you for Hello everyone, welcome. I am Linda Israel and thank you so very much for coming to my live stream here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support and for taking the time to come here and hang out. There are a few things that I want to go over before the actual live started, so this is a recording. First of all, I want to make sure that you like this video and subscribe, so give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell up in the corner. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. I have a broadcast post or even a live stream. If you're watching this video as a replay and you're on a computer, look for the little gear at the bottom. You can change the speed to speed it up. Or if you're on a mobile device, look for the little three dots and usually you can change the playback speed there. My live streams generally last about 2 hours. They can go as long as 3 hours. It kind of depends on what we're working on that day and how the feedback is in the chat. While you're watching, you earn junk bucks. So if you are here in order to get those junk bucks accumulating, go ahead and type hello in the chat and my little bot, Junkie Joe, will see you and then you'll start accruing junk bucks. And you're wondering, well, what do I do with those junk bucks? Well, you can accumulate those, and once you have 2,000 of them, you can type !award and you can redeem them for a $10 off coupon to my shop. You can earn junk bucks while you're here and when you are chatting, as well as when you play the in-chat game. So look for those as they come up, and if you make a donation. For those of you that make a donation during my live stream, make sure that you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, and if you haven't already done so, create a user account. When you make a donation during my live stream, basically you're buying a membership to my website and to the live stream. In my opinion, what we're doing is you're accumulating that money in my account. Thank you for that donation. And as a reward, you will get 5% off your orders at lindaisrael.com. And during the live stream, if I have a journal that I'm giving away at the very end, you are eligible to win that journal. Anybody that makes a donation gets into that drawing by manually typing in the raffle at the end, but then you also get the discount membership on my website. Thank you to Robin, who is my administrator during the live stream. She helps me out with answering questions as well as giving information. She is also my administrator over at the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, please do. We'd love to have you over there. You're welcome to share what you're working on. Speaking of sharing, during the live today, you can speak up in the chat and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You will not be able to share your link to your channel, but you can at least say, hey, my name is, and this is what I do. And then your friends that come into the chat can follow each other. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you will be kind to those that are here. If you have a question, put it in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those. The chat sometimes goes pretty fast, so I don't always see it, so do ask again. And at the same time, if you're in the chat and you know the answer to somebody's question, please speak up and give them the answer. Check the description box for links to products that I share today. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, which means I do get a commission on items that you purchase through my link. If you're going to buy something anyway, I greatly appreciate it. It does not cost you any extra. It just gives me a little bit of a commission, which helps me buy products to show you here. If you win one of the raffles, you can start right now by typing !raffle. Do make sure that you go over to my website, and if you haven't already, created a user account. That way I will have your contact information so I can send you your prize. I am starting a raffle right now that is for 200 junk bucks, so you can get well on your way to accumulating your junk bucks. Let's have some fun today and let's get started. Thanks everybody for being here. Hello. How is everybody? I hope you are well. I've got all my charm making, jewelry making supplies out, so I thought I would start there. And maybe make a few little charms. In fact, Jennifer is the culprit because she gave me, or allowed me, to pick through a bunch of beads and charms and jewelry findings, that kind of things, because she had a lady that gave her a bunch of stuff to pass along to others. And so I dug through and picked out a few things, and I was just sitting here before the live thinking, you know what? I need to quickly make a few little elements. And so I thought, well, if I get it ready, then I will share a few with y'all how I put them together. How's everybody? Y'all are really good? You taking good care of yourself, and everybody is staying healthy and safe at the moment? Need a drink. A drink! We're going to be working on the journal today. I've got 3 pages that I want to kind of add some embellishments to, and then I made a couple of pages before the live. I also went through and added some trims. The printed pages, I sprayed some lace trim with some Tattered Angels, kind of an orange color. I'm going to change this view just a little bit. Zoom out just a little bit for me. And then this one was already this teal color, so I put it on a few of those pages. And then every page I tried to add some type of little piece of lace or fabric so that each page had a little something on it. This one's upside down. There's one here. Of course, a couple of these I did during the live, but I decided that once I was sitting here that they all needed to have a little something on the edge, so that, let me get these all stacked together, so that we'd have some nice little tabs that we could see. And then I've got 3 pages here that I need to finish decorating, but I thought what might be kind of fun to do, and I don't know if I should do this after I put the journal together or before, you know, it kind of depends on what you like to do. I thought it'd be kind of fun to add maybe some little charms to all of these little tabs. I hardly ever do that. So I've been kind of digging around in this pile that was given to me. I've made a few things, so I thought I would see what I could do. Well, I'm sorry that you're in pain. I hope that that pain goes away quickly for you, that once you get over the sleeping tonight, that you'll feel refreshed and wonderful when you wake up. So wishing you the very best. You're above ground and breathing, so you're thinking you're okay for now, Robin says. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Love charms on tabs. I hardly ever do it, but I thought that might be kind of fun to do today. So I want to grab, where is it? Here it is. I've got a little dish here. So she gave me some of these that are kind of like copper, and they have some red and gold. I've already kind of beaded a few other charms, so I thought first I need my second pair of glasses so I can see the little bitty work. And I thought what I would do is cut. See, now I can see where this little string is right here, and cut that free, and then release the beads right into there. I need to cut this one all the way off. There we go. So now I've got a few little beads there. I don't need this pile. I think this will be enough. I've got some head pins. If you don't know what those are, the head pin is a pin that has a kind of a pin piece to it. Let me zoom in. Zoom a little bit closer. So a head pin has a little bitty flat end on it. You can also get, and I just all of a sudden my brain just forgot the term, but this is a loop pin. So it has a loop on one end. So it's designed that once you add your elements on here, you would attach another element to the bottom. So you would potentially have where you would attach it, element, and then you can attach another element on the bottom. So I'm going to take this plain head pin, and I'll grab a couple of beads. So I think I see like a ambery colored one. It's kind of interesting. It has that cat eye look to it. And let's grab another one of these. The key to beading is to make sure that you have a bead that the hole is smaller than the end. So if you put it together, it will slide right off if that hole is too big. And then I've got some needle nose pliers or round nose pliers here. And I'm just going to bend around and make a loop. So I like to use 2 pairs of pliers when I do this. So I'm just going to wrap that. It's wire wrapping. There are other people that have way better tutorials than what I'm showing you here today. And then I use a flush cutter to, that's flush, not flesh, to cut off the excess. And now I have a little beaded element that we can use. So let's make a couple more of these. You mean you've been using them wrong? An eye pin. Yes, an eye pin. An eye pin and a head pin. I was like, what is it called all of a sudden? I just forgot. All right, so now I've got another head pin. And this one, the bead is a lot, the head hole is a lot bigger, but I want to use it. So I'm going to look over here and see what I have. Oh, I've got these beads. Let's see if they're too big. These are like seed beads. They're the 6-0. I think that'll work. If I put one of those and then the other beads on top, kind of a coppery combo. Do you see that? Put this one back over here. Let's do this one. Well, I've got some copper color beads right there. That's what these two are. I've got some bronze. Understand why. I'm going to have to see if I can get technical support from the streaming service that I use, the software that I use, because this keeps happening and it's really, really annoying. I know it's annoying for y'all, and I appreciate y'all staying with me and hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. So hopefully we're back. Hopefully you can say we're back. Yay. Yeah, baby shark. Thank you, Margie. I'm so glad. Oh, dear. The only reason why I know that is because of other people doing that. Okay, so I have a really large butterfly. It is at least an inch tall and a little over an inch, probably almost an inch and a half wide. I went ahead and I put one silver bead on the bottom, and I'm going to put another silver bead on the other side, and let's wrap this. Maybe it's trying to say move faster. I don't know. Oh, dear Lord. I may add a couple more beads. Let's see. Do I have something? This might work. I'm going to add a couple little copper beads. And I got a couple more here. I'm trying to use up all these beads that I have. I think that'll work. Kind of give us a nice little topper on there. Okay. Paint with some alcohol ink. Alcohol ink is fun. I don't hardly use it anymore. Take the black from the screen. Here, is this better? Here, let's... You didn't like the zoom. I was trying to zoom in a little closer. All right, grab this and wrap around. I hardly ever do this live because it does take some time, but I think it's also helpful to y'all watching to see how it can be put together. That it does take a little bit of time, but it's so worth it in the end to make little components to add to your journals. That's better. Okay, there you go. Don't like the zoom. This is kind of an interesting piece. It's kind of a ivory, and it's got little swirls on it. Let's see what I can do. I've got to grab a head pin. I got a pin. I've got these smaller beads. Let's see if there's a couple in here. There's a couple of smaller turquoisey ones. So I'm going to grab one of those. And then this little bead. Okay, then wrap around, wrap around. So how's everybody? What have y'all been doing? I've been busy this week with working and trying to get some last minute things done. We have what's called a Czech festival on the first Saturday in October in here Yukon, Oklahoma. And they have a parade, and a lot of businesses will contact us, usually the week of the Czech festival, and say, oh, well, we forgot to get our t-shirts made. Can you get those done? And so we're like, okay, well, we can do that. We do our best, and we did a lot of that over the past week. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I got 17 or 18. Let's do a couple more, because I think I need a couple more, maybe in an orange. Here's a coppery color. I had this large leaf. I thought I saw another leaf thing. I have some more butterflies. Oh, you know what? We have another one of these silver leaves that's already like a charm, so I'll put that up there. I don't know if this would be too big to hang off of a page. Oh, these are kind of interesting. They're wooden beads, so maybe we'll do one of those. Looks like I've got a couple of different colors and patterns here. Here's a different one. So let's do 3 of those. You spent a night away at Mittagong a couple of nights ago. Oh, well, happy anniversary. You made community journal, but now have enough stuff. Oh, you don't have enough stuff in it anymore? Sparing no one. Hercules' boss is cruel, isn't he? Okay, so this one has a pretty good sized bead at the bottom. I don't know if I have more coppery color beads. Let's check something out here. I have to stand up to look. That's all sequins. I have a bunch of these beads. Maybe there's something in here we can use. You know, that's an interesting, just a fleur-de-lis. I was just, you know, sometimes I get caught up in my charms and I'm like, ooh, that's neat. Ooh, that's neat. But I need to be using them. Right? Okay, so here, what do I have here? I've just got some different glass beads, different kinds. So I'm just going to grab a couple and see how they look when I put them on here. Just kind of random. I don't know, just adding a little bit there. You chase the cats around trying to catch the kitties to clip their nails. Aren't we needing to take them to the vet soon? Cupcake doesn't fight nail clipping. See, I worked with my cat that I had for a long time, which I didn't know I was allergic to. I learned to just grab a hold of her, and I would wrap her in a towel, and I would just sit there and pet her, and then I would trim her nails. And she didn't like it, but I did it anyway. She was an indoor cat, And she had a tendency to tear things up. So even though she had things to scratch on, she would scratch on things she wasn't supposed to. Isn't that the way they do it? Let's do 2 more. So I need another head pin. Okay. Yeah, she may need somebody to hold them. I offered to come over and help her. Well, okay. I'm going to grab another bead. Yeah, she knows their treats afterwards. What was funny is Athena, which was our cat that we had for a long time, she didn't like treats. She never was a cat that liked treats. She liked, of all things, queso. She got into some queso once. We had left it on the couch and she stuck her nose in it. And then after that, every time we brought queso out, she had to have some. And she liked guacamole. I don't know if it was the avocado, I guess, that she liked, but she would go crazy for avocado. And of course, then she also loved canned cat food. She liked it a lot. All right, I'm just trying to squish that. Seems like you are not cooperating with me. Why is that? There we go. All right, there's one more. Let's do one more. And then I guess we should move on to doing something else, right? Y'all are done seeing me bead. Yeah, that was a weird cat. Well, of course she was a weird cat. Wally needs updates on the shots. Yeah, it's time. It's time. Yeah, I need to take Hercules and Oreo in. They are due for their allergy shots. They've been scratching again. And since there's still grass on the ground, they need to get their allergy shots. Get them through the winter. Okay. There's I need to show y'all a picture of a kitten that's at the shop. Henry calls him Frappuccino. He's a fluffy little kitten that has been hanging around. We don't know if it's male or female, but we call it a he. And we've been feeding him some canned cat food just to keep him close to us. I'm hoping that I'll be able to talk to a local cat rescue to come out and snag him because he's so young. All right, there we go. That's some. Let's put this away and move on to doing other things. If I need more, we'll get it out again. How's that sound? All right, let's put this down here. Put this back where you belong. I'm gonna put you over here. All right, so I've got a few little charms. I've got some jump rings, but I think what I'm going to use, I think I saw, yeah, I've got some of those garment pins. We'll use some of those. What do I have? That's bronzy colored ones. And there's a mix. We'll just do the mix. How's that? Then I don't have to worry about. All right, so I got those somewhat ready. I'm going to set my tools aside in case I need them later. I've got 3 pages that I started. So I took a piece of scrapbook paper that I've had a long time and I have a bunch of it. And then on the other side, I used the maple leaf stencil and Distress Oxide ink. And I went through the stencil to add the leaf pattern. And then I spritzed it a few times with an orange. This happened to be from the Under the Sea collection. Clownfish is kind of an orange that I spritzed. So it's kind of a coppery orange. And I just like how that turned out. And then my thought was we could make some pockets. I've got a few journal cards left over here that we could put on these pages for additional writing space. So I've got some scraps here that I thought we could audition to see what works the best. I've happens to have some more of this little bird element that's brown on one side and the birdies on the other that I thought was kind of cute. So I'm kind of thinking, you know, it contrasts really well on that brown. So if we were to take and make a couple of pockets there. I have another one of these mixed media pieces where I had painted a piece of watercolor paper with acrylic paint, and I had made marks with I don't know, some kind of tool, and then I stamped and embossed over the top of it. So maybe I kind of think it goes really well with this yellow. So I'm going to say that one goes there. This one goes there. What else do I have left? Oh, I have this one. So we can make a pocket out of that, or I can make a pocket out of the yellow. But I think the brown looks better on that one. All right, so we've got a plan. I got a plan now. I'm gonna get my paper cutter out. Put this up here, and let's cut these. All right, so let's say maybe 5 inches. It really doesn't need to be that big. So let's do 4 3/4. So there's 1 and 4 3/4 again. We'll do that there. I'm going to cut this one to be 4 3/4 as well. Yep, I think that'll be super cute. Using up my leftover pieces. Got a couple of small scraps left. Maybe we'll find a way to use those. And then let's cut this one. Okay, so this is an 8.5 piece of paper, 8.5 inches wide. These are about 3.5 inches. About. And since it's cardstock, I'm going to go with 3 inches. It doesn't need to be super deep. And look, I created one last scrap. All right, let's do 4 1/4 on this one. All right, and I think what I want to do is I want to fold over like, oh, probably a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to line this up. This edge of the scrapbook paper was where it was on that gummed portion, and when it was ripped, it's kind of jagged. So I'm just going to fold that over. So I'm going to do that again. The birdie one is cardstock, so it's a little bit thicker than the leaf one because it's just scrapbook paper. Okay. Need more tea? All right, so I'm going to glue this down and squish it down. I did select some fabric scraps that I happen to have, and I thought we could make a hardcover from scratch today. So I'm just going to get this one ready as well. Okay. Okay, I think now what I need is some distress inks to go around the edges. And I always get it all over my fingers, and it drives me crazy. So I'm going to put some gloves on. Okay. What's everyone's favorite journal theme to work with? Well, you know, I think I have all kinds of themes that I like, but probably my most favorite is an eclectic journal that features a lot of what my husband calls bugs, butterflies and dragonflies, and maybe some birds and flowers, of course, and just random things that I already have on my hand. Amanda Dawn says she likes Christmas. And if not a favorite, not a theme, but what is your favorite color scheme? And that for me is the teal and purple and pink. I use that a lot. Kind of like Jennifer made this for me, so I just love it because that's my colors that she's put together with that cool little jar that she made for me to put my glue in. Need to teach the keyboard how to spell. All bright colors, Margie says. And Amanda Dawn says, Christmas. It seems color themes are the go for you. And what color is that, Julie? All right, let's put this away. You had no idea? Whatever. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Okay, so I think... All right, I've already forgotten. I think this one goes on here, right? And I know the birds go on there, and the teal goes on here. All right, so let's... I'm going to give this a little bit longer to dry and glue these into place. I don't really have... All right, I'm waiting on Junkie Joe so I can see if y'all are with me. While I'm waiting, I'm going to glue. Oh, my goodness. Anyhow, I was telling the story of how I bought paper when I didn't need it. But I wanted it. So I have a collection. I haven't purchased any paper in a long time other than copy paper. Just plain old copy paper. You're here, Margie says. Oh, my goodness. Smooth it out. All right, put this over here. Australia sienna, red dirt color, gum leaf green. So, autumn colors. That's the colors that Julie likes. Oh my goodness. All right, let's put this on here. If I can hurry and get these pages finished, then I can start on the journal cover. That's my goal. Okay, I'm trying to smooth that out a little bit. I think I need to lay an acrylic block on that one. Okay. Slide that one over and let's glue these down. And I think this one does have a little bit of a handwriting in the background. Junkie Joe is causing the buffer. He's a mean Grinch. Oh, dear. Okay, let's put that one right here. Okay. Put this one here. Okay. We got to get her gun. Come on, we got to hurry. Hurry, 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 little computer. Don't mess up on me anymore. He wanted the day off. He's had several days off. Okay. So now we've got these three. Now, I have some little things that I made. Let's see if, do we want to do the leaf on the leaf? I'm trying to look here what I've got in one of those. I think, I'm going to look for something different for this one, but maybe, one of, I guess for some reason I don't use this one. I've got three of them. All right, let's put one of those over here and maybe the acorn over there. So what do you think? Something like that? These were Tim Holtz stamps that I had for a long time. And now you won't anything. You win, and then you won't. That's usually how it goes. Oh, dear. Or you win the little stuff. Let's put that right there. Okay, I think, yep, that's the bottom. Okay, I think that'll be good. This one's got a bigger pocket, and since I have a couple of these larger cards, I'm thinking that maybe those can go in those pockets. So I'm going to slide this over here. I think that would be cute in those. One more time! All right, so we're going to pick a raffle winner here in a minute for some junk bucks so that y'all can keep playing your games in the chat. Set that on there for a moment. And then Robin has a couple of goodie packs that she's going to give. So we'll pick those winners here in just a moment. Okay, so while that's drying, let's see what I've got left over here. I have a little leaf and I have a butterfly. I have this image and this image. You know, this one's kind of cute. So I'm thinking maybe, what if we were to layer that on top of the other? Wouldn't that be kind of cute there? And then I've got this image that we could put on that side. So it kind of gives us some little layered elements. You know, Amanda Dawn, you just said Coca-Cola, and years ago, I bought an auction off of eBay that was full of Coca-Cola memorabilia. And you're just saying that reminded me that I've never made a journal with it. I should get it out and see what I have. Okay, I got that glued down. I think these are somewhat glued down. All right, and I think these will be okay. So we can move these out of the way. I don't know if I should put anything on the inside of here. I do have a couple of these tabs that I haven't used, but what I might do is put these in an envelope and add them in a pocket in the back of the journal maybe. And just add all the leftover pieces that I have. Oh, I have another little bird. That's kind of cute. Let's see. So what should we put, if anything? I have some more labels. I saw them. Where did they go? I think they're in here, but let's look. I could do an altered paper clip. Well, I thought they were in here. Huh. Interesting. They're hiding from me. Isn't that usually how it goes? Let's see what we have here. I've got an ivory. I've got some little flowers, but I think most of these are not going to be autumn colors. Probably what I need to do is stamp some more sunflowers. So you're slowly getting rid of things. I'm trying a little at a time. Let's see what's over here. I have a couple of these flowers that are kind of a orangey color. That might look kind of neat. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe a label. I have a few of these. Let's see what color. These are all purples. Oh, I have this little piece. That's kind of a neat piece. I have that one too. What else do we have in here, Linda? There's a yellowy one. There's a different type of pattern altogether. These were all color swatches that I made. I could cut those, maybe. Could do that one. Cut it smaller. I don't know. Kind of like I've done these in a strip. That's kind of a neat color combo. And these are those things that I just sat and play. Those are neat colors. You know, like here I just kind of made blobs and then I stamped over the top of them. It's good to just sit down and play every once in a while. Lots of rain, expecting a storm and winds by Wednesday. Ugh. Well, I'm glad that you're okay right now. I hope that it stays that way. Okay, I think I've got enough of a selection out here. Let's see what we can use. Oh, I also have this. It's I made it a tiger lily by adding the spots. All right, let's see if some of those work. Like the way you work it. No diggity. All right, so we have a pocket here. So what if I just put this across the top like that? Don't miss out. Most of my book pages and books for crafting are stored in old Coca-Cola crates. Oh, cool. All right. You've made a couple Coke journals using pieces of Coke Monopoly boards as covers. Oh, how neat. I think that'll work. Should I put this one at the bottom or at the top? I'm going to put it at the top. Great way to use these bits and pieces up. I didn't get out any words. Maybe we should see what kind of words we got. Oh, I dumped them. Notes. I got one that says notes and to-do list. How about if we just put notes here? Play on Playmate. Play it. Play it. Okay, let's put notes. Okay, that's one page down. There is a text spot here. So maybe I've got some of these smaller journal cards. Let's see what we have here. Some tags. That one's kind of neat with the pile of leaves. And then this one's got a pumpkin, so we can change up the color scheme there. All right. I think this one can go here. We've got kind of a tag. And we have a mason jar looking piece. Maybe this little piece can go here. Yeah. And a birdie. All right, let's flip this over. I think this time I'm going to use this lily kind of coming out the bottom of the page. Next in line in no diggity. I used to live in Florida on the West Coast. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, gotta swap cars. Sometimes I think, oh, it'd be neat to live in Florida because then we could get on a cruise ship anytime we want. And then these hurricanes that have come one right after the other, I'm thinking, no, maybe not. People say, well, you live in Oklahoma with tornadoes. I said, yeah, we usually kind of, know ahead of time. And we're very fortunate where we live that our particular home has not been affected by tornadoes. We've had wind damage where the power went out or a tree fell down. Usually a lot of the damage that we've had around our home is because of ice, where one October a few years ago, we had a tree that's in our neighbor's yard fall on our fence. That reminds me, the fence guy didn't call me. And I haven't got the fence fixed because, life. And it damaged our roof. So thankfully we got the roof fixed. But I've been waiting on my fence guy. And I called him and he said, yeah, I'll stop by. But he hasn't called me back to say, okay, we got it done, or we can. How about my thoughts linger here? I think every page that I've put in this journal, except for the printed pages, are at least 2 pieces of paper that I have glued together. Okay, that can go there. Let's do this one. I think that's kind of pretty. This was just some random ephemera that I found. I think someone gave it to me, so I'm just going to stick that in there. Get some nice contrast. What else we got here? Autumn Day. How about we do that one? And we'll put this one here and this one there. Got a couple left over. If I put a pocket in the front and back of the journal, we could put those in it, as well as the extra little goodies that I have laying here. All right, I didn't use the label, so let's see. I've got these pieces. This one has pink at the top, but this one doesn't. So I think I'm going to leave that one out. And I've got a leaf that we could put over that. I think that would be a good choice. And then we could put one of those over here. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And then maybe we'll find another. Believe in yourself, like that. All right, I'm cooking with gas now. Yeah, Florida is far more humid than here, Robin says, and I don't really care for the humidity all that much. Henrique is trying to convince me that we need to move to the mountains, and maybe that's what we need to do. That works. You like it? You're glad you don't live there? Yeah. Okay, I think something like this. I'm using these pieces up. Yay! Put it back in there. All right, let's put this one over here. I didn't even use the rubber stamps today. Of course, you have seen me use a lot of this stuff, so I am going to use the stamp block to push that down. No, come to Wisconsin! It gets too cold. That's my problem. What I'd have to do is move to the mountains for the summer, and then for the winter, move to Florida. Or Henry just thinks we should live on a cruise ship full time. My God, I can't give up my craft supplies yet. Okay, I like the way this looks. All right, so we have all of these, And I can't decide if I want to do a Missouri style journal or just bind it to the cover. I tend to do the Midori style cover because I like being able to take the journal out and lay it flat so that I can write in it. That's my personal preference. I do not like fighting with the journal cover itself in order to use all of the pages. A cruise ship would bring, after a while, boring. I don't think so, because there's a cruise ship that's going around the world, and so it takes it 3 years, I think, to go completely around the world. So every couple of days they're stopping at a different port, so you're not repeating anything for a while. So I don't know. And what this one particular cruise ship is doing is some of the people come and go. They don't stay the whole time. So I don't know, that might be an option. Okay, so do I want to have a separate cover? I think these might be strong enough that they could be potentially the cover of the journal. So let me separate these out. So I've got these pages. And then these pages, that's a mixed media page. This has got 2, 3. I'm kind of doing these in groups of 3 because I'm going to make 3 journal inserts. So let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how I ended up with an odd amount. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, maybe we'll have to pick one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I think we need those 2 pages. So maybe I need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How did I miscount? Because I only have 2 of these. I need one more page. So let's see what I have in here. I have this page. Maybe we can glue it on the back side of something. I do have a piece of coffee dyed paper. What can we do? I have one of Norella's papers. And I have a piece of that bird that we could put on the top, maybe to make a belly band. Because they don't all have to have pockets, but I do have this piece. So I think I've got a plan. Okay, so I'm going to side these over here for a second. Just so I have some room. Okay. So, do I want to take this page and glue this on the back or the coffee dye on the back? I think maybe the coffee dye, just because it's different. Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll make this a little bit thicker, and then I can use this to maybe either make a side pocket. I need to add some trim on the page as well, since we've done that on every other page. And then this could be a pocket on that side, using up all these scraps. All right, so I'm going to score this. And we're going to cut this to be 8.5 inches. Come on. Okay. Stay out of the fireplace. You want to live in a log cabin, but you got to stay out of the fireplace. Don't get in the fireplace. Let's see what I got that I can use. I want to add some paper to this. That's not big enough. Not big enough. Oh, but I do have, look here, I've got a piece of a paper sack. If I were to cut this, I'm going to cut it at 8.5 inches and see how that looks. And we'll cut it at 2.5. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this open. So lay that at 2.5. Scrappy, scrappy, scraps. So what if we were to put this over the top of that and made this, instead of a belly band, a pocket over here on this side? I think that'd be cute. Okay, so I'm going to glue this together. And I've already lost a piece of paper, but maybe I'll find it again. Add some glue. Where did that piece of paper go? That's wild. Oh, there it is. I see it now. I guess this coffee dyed paper is a little bit smaller than 8.5 by 11. So I'll trim this edge a little bit. Okay. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Let's glue this piece. It's a good thing I didn't put all those little extras out of the way because I can use one of them. All right, let's add some distress inks to our pieces. Maybe I'll stamp on this one. Since I haven't done stamping, might as well, right? Okay, drink. I don't know, distress inks to me just adds a little more to a journal. I could put a little butterfly on there. I've got some of those. Okay. All right, y'all enter the raffle. Did I get that going again? I can't remember. Okay, yeah. Y'all enter the raffle and we'll pick a winner. And then I'll start a new raffle where Robin has a goodie pack. I have no idea what's in it. She's passing along some things from her stash. You want a tiger? They're so pretty. Well, they're not supposed to be a pet, Margie. I guess you could go visit a wildlife sanctuary. There's one in Arkansas that Henry and I have been to. It's really a neat place. Okay, I think what I want to do is stamp on this piece. Leaves, 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 leaves. Let's do these leaves. We'll stamp them in black. Okay. Just kind of randomly adding them. And that was a grocery sack, a paper grocery sack that I just altered. And then if we put this piece, do I want it more to one edge? So should we do it down the middle or to one side? Y'all let me know while I fold this page in half. I should add some distress inks to the inside too. Okay, and I'm going to add some distress inks. If you're lying, you're dying. Margie says the last goodie pack from Robin was awesome. What did you say? A lion roar sound playing around the cabin? Oh dear. I've only stayed, I think once we stayed many years ago in a log cabin for a weekend. Okay, I think that's better. All right, y'all didn't answer me. Should I put the birds on the edge or in the middle of that strip? I'm going to put this right here. I should look to see if I have... Oh, I do have some of this teal paper. Okay, I thought I saw... I've got this little piece. That would be a good card to put in the pocket. Do the other side. Edge, okay. Robin says edge. Did we not learn nothing from Tiger King? Yeah! Oh, my word. I don't know what I want to do. Maybe something like that. If I got that the right way. Yeah, that's maple. It goes up. The ads are all about whenever you come in and how you have your settings. There are lots of ads. It's part of the YouTube experience. Isn't it wonderful? Henry gets mad when we're watching somebody's like, why is there so many ads? I said, because the YouTuber is trying to make money. He's like, I said, you can pay to have all the ads removed if you want. And then he looked at it and was like, no, that's too expensive. I'm not doing that. I was like, okay, well then quit complaining about the ads. Okay. I want to put, you know what? I've got a couple of these that I distressed earlier, but I didn't really use them. So I'm just going to stick them in there. All right. So this is going to go on the edge like that. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap. Okay, let's put it right about here. Come on, glue. All right, so this piece I'm going to put right here. Okay. Your ad blogger doesn't work. Edge, Mandy, I got it. Come on, glue. All right, I need to go here. Okay, let's put this right here on the edge. All right, did I glue this down? I left this side open. Okay, I think that works. While that glue is drying, let's go to the inside here. I've got this yellow piece left. And I have a butterfly that we could put. Maybe we could stamp in the middle. Let's do, if we stamp this leaf twice. So I'm going to fold this back on itself. Okay. Yeah. And then I put this right in the middle. This just adds a little bit to the page, right? Uh-oh. You were 2 minutes behind. Refresh. Okay, let's pick a winner of the junk bucks. I got distracted. The ADHD is strong in this one. No, I'm going to do it now. Pick a winner. Julie, you got 200 junk bucks coming your way. All right, so let's do a goodie pack from Robin. Open giveaway. Here we go. All right, I'm going to glue this down. And now I have the right amount of pages that I want to use. Oh, I didn't put lace or something on here. You didn't remind me. Okay, so let's do maybe a piece of teal. Yeah, I know I've got some here. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I haven't even opened them yet. So, I got new scissors. For those of you that know, I dropped and broke my scissors during a live stream a while back. And I was so upset about it because I've had these scissors for a long time. And I was told during the live stream to contact Fiskars. And so I sent them a warranty, I guess. You go to their website and you fill out a form. And then they email you back with what they need. And they needed a copy of my receipt, my mailing address, and a photograph of the broken scissors. So I had to manufacture a receipt because I couldn't find the receipt that I had. So I, being the person that's able to type on a computer, made a receipt. And because I also have the ability to distress paper, I distressed the paper to make it look old because it has been a long time since I bought the scissors. And then I took a photograph of said distressed receipt. I know, it's deceiving, but I did buy them. I mean, come on. Just, who keeps receipts that long ago? So I did that, and they sent me new scissors. Y'all don't tell on me, right? Okay, move this here. Margie says, way to go, Linda. So, if ever you're in need of a receipt. I was very clever. I called it Quilter Cutie. That was the name of the store. And I bought the scissors and some fabric at the same time. Oh, dear. All right, this should be, I'm going to go to the sewing machine. So, sewing lamb. So, I haven't even opened them yet. So, we're going to go to the sewing machine and we're going to stitch on these two pieces. Yeah, you wouldn't have any receipts either. Nope, sorry. Piece of ice coming out of my mouth. I couldn't find it. I was like, where did I buy that? So I think I may have bought it at, yeah, who keeps receipts for scissors that long? The ink falls off the blank piece of paper. It does, unless you did like a printed big piece of paper, not those thermal receipts. So where there is a will, there is a way. All right, I'm just going to zigzag stitch over this. And we're going to do this one. I'm going to try to keep it close to the edge so I don't lose any of the real estate in my pocket. Okay. Done. Quilter Cutie. I thought that would be cute. Because I bought these back when I was doing a lot more quilting. So my store name was Quilter Cutie. I was trying to think of something clever. Okay, so now I've got all these pages, so let's lay them out in the order in which I think I want to do all of these. You know, what I really need to do is figure out where do I want my center. Ooh, I like that one. I think this should be the center, so I'm going to put that as the last page to go. And then what do I want for my very first page of each signature? Maybe those, just because they're kind of consistent. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages is what I'm going to have per a signature. Yeah, I'll go to Quilter Cutie. Yes, you would have to photocopy the receipt. Yeah. Yeah, photocopy or take a picture of it, make a digital copy of it. I'm the weirdo, I guess, because if I know there's a warranty, I'm keeping the proof. I get you. If I keep proof of everything, I wouldn't have room for anything else in your house. Yeah, digital is the only way to do it now. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stack these together to make my signatures. This is going to be fun. Lots of color. Okay, so there's the first one. Set that aside for a minute. I may swap this so that they're not the same color. There we go. I love these pages from Norella too. They're wonderful. Okay. You're a digital dummy. I get it. Yeah, you take pictures or scan it so you don't have to keep the paper. That's the only way to do it these days because that thermal paper just fades. And it's funny because I have a ton of receipts for things. I just don't know where they all are at one spot. I need to organize them again. Okay, and then this will go here. I like it. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and bind these together as journal signatures so they can pop in and out of my journal. And then we'll make the cover. So I've got an hour to get this done. Got my template, got my clippies. I need a needle. Where, there we are. Sharp, pointy thing. Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do that 3 times. Okay, put this away. So many pretty papers. Okay, squish it together. Lots of pretty things sticking out. All right, so I've got all the pages. I don't ever get my cradle out anymore. I think my cradle's in my closet in here. It was too bulky in my way, so I put it up. All right, so we're going to poke 3 holes, and I'm going to do a pamphlet stitch. And then this will be a Midori style signature that I can put in my journal. So there's 1. Let's stitch it real fast. And then we'll add journal charms once I get the journal inserts put into the cover. Okay. You stay there. Of course, now all the journal cards are going to fall out of the pockets. That's usually how it goes for me. You stay. Okay, and then we're going to go back down the center. Pardon me. I save a lot of things digitally. Dropbox and Google Drive are things that I use. Henry even pays for additional storage on Google so we can keep the embroidery files. And then I have several external hard drives that I put things on. I used to, all of our music that we owned in CD form, pardon me, we kept on external hard drives. I still have it on an external hard drive. I just don't ever access it anymore because of the digital streaming services that are free now. I just pick one of those and play it. And of course, sometimes you get commercials, but that's okay. I'm just whatever. Just tying this off. I'm just going to cut it long, and then that way, if I want to put charms on it later, I have the ability to do that. What the heck, man? Why'd you do that? Why'd you make YouTube mad, Robin? It's your ad blocker. You made YouTube mad with your ad blocker. All right. I love how this gel print turned out with the leaves, and that I've been able to use it. All right, let's stab the spine with holes again. My father-in-law just had surgery on his spine. He had to have a vertebrae removed. We go to see him tomorrow. He's home. Thankfully, he only had to spend a few days in the hospital. So we get to see him tomorrow. Hopefully he can sit up with us for a while. Guess so long. It's got mad at you. But he's doing pretty good. He's been out walking already, and they told him that they got to wait for the stitches to come out And then I thought he said 6 weeks before he goes to physical therapy, so they can make sure that everything is in working order for his spine to heal from the surgery. I know he'll be happy to be out and about again. I think they told him he couldn't drive for a month. And my mother-in-law was like, I think he shouldn't drive for 2 months. And at the same time, she doesn't want to drive anywhere. She just didn't want him to drive and hurt himself. Ah. Okay. Almost done with this portion. I gotta hurry. I gotta hurry, hurry, hurry. One more. Move this out of the way. Okay. Last one. I'm putting the signatures together first so I can determine how big to make my cover. I have a general idea just because I know by making my journal pages 8.5 by 11 in size that I can go ahead and make my journal pieces cover a certain size. So that's how I knew what kind of fabric to select. And I thought we would kind of do a patchwork cover. Did everybody leave you? I don't know. Did they leave me? That's the important question, Robin. They didn't leave you. They left me. Had to make a pit stop. Oh, dear. Wake up, crazy crafters. They're here. They're here. They probably went down a rabbit hole of looking up something online. That happens a lot. Okay, we're almost done with this portion. And then we can do... Debbie's still here. Thank you, Debbie. Robin and Margie are still here. Okay. Make sure that's all tight. Okay. So what am I going to work on next week? I haven't decided yet. I have so many things. Never fear, I'm here. Ah, you feel better? Put this away. Put it away. Put it away. Okay, so now this is our signatures, okay? And it is one fluffy journal. So I'm going to say that it's a fluffy 2 inches wide. And I already know that it's 8.5 inches tall. And the depth of the journal would be 5.5 inches. So now what I'm going to do is get out my paper trimmer. And I've got some chipboard. I was digging around and I happen to have a couple of pieces of thick chipboard. So I generally like to make my journal covers just a little bit bigger than my pages that I put inside. So since 5.5 inches, let's do 5 3/4 of an inch. That way it won't be all the way to the outside edge. You'll kind of see a little bit of the laces, but not quite sticking out of the edge of the journal. So I'm going to cut this twice. Okay, there's one. And then I'm going to cut this again. And this is a pretty thick chipboard where I used to work. We had chipboard that came with paper. And so they would save it for me because I asked them to. So I'm going to make it 8 3/4 inches tall. And this just happens to be pretty thick stuff. If you don't have chipboard, or if you have thin chipboard, just glue a couple together. I prefer smooth chipboard over corrugated. You can use it, but you really have to cover it well, or you end up with that corrugated look to it. All right, so I know that my journal should be at least 2 inches, so I'm going to go ahead and make it, let's make it 2.5 inches. It'll be a thicker journal cover. And I've got a couple of pieces left over. Chai tea? Spice chai tea? Chain tea? Where's chain tea? Julie, you and your typos. How are we ever supposed to understand what you're talking about? Okay. Okay, so here's what I've got. Oh, I didn't get out any paper to put on the inside cover. Oh, I'll have to find something. Oh, this might work. That might work for the inside. We'll keep that handy. All right, so I got a piece of just some teal fabric that I had in my stash. And my thought was using this as my journal cover guide. These are my chipboard pieces. I just need it to be big enough that I can wrap this around. And I knew that this would be pretty close, so I'm pretty good at eyeballing it every way. Pass on the Vegemite. So this is a piece of, what is this? This is some upholstery fabric. It has some paper backing on it, so I'm going to cut that off. And I think I'm going to cut, I don't think I have my fabric pinking shears handy. I know I have some paper ones. I'm just going to cut a little piece of that off. All right, so I've got a little piece of this blue. I've got some orange here. I can't decide if I want a whole strip to come all the way down, or if what I want to do is just make little patchwork pieces. I'm kind of thinking I want to go ahead and cover most of this back piece. Ooh, look at this sunflower piece I got for, either I got it for $1 or someone gave it to me. That happens a lot. You don't like sweet tea either? Well, that's good. You won't be diabetic because of sweet tea. I have not been to HTO. I have not. Maybe that's where we need to go next time. I don't know what else they serve there. Okay, so I've got this bigger piece of like a teal fabric. Maybe something like that. There's a little piece of this teal. I found this in my stash. I think I could cut a little piece of that. Let's do this. You haven't heard of it? Okay, I'm going to move this up a little bit. And I want this to cover it. I know that when you look at my cover, that this can go over the edge just a little bit. So I may come up just a little bit more, so it wraps better to the other side. All right, so I'm going to cut this at the bottom here. Put this back over here. So maybe like that. Ooh, and I found this little piece. So maybe we could put a piece right here. Do I want to cover that up? No, I think I want to go over this way. Maybe turn this. I'm talking to myself. Don't worry about it. Okay, what else? What else? What else? I have this orange that I haven't cut yet. So I've got this little bird that I thought might be kind of cute on the front there, maybe. I may switch this around to where this is actually the front and we could put that bird on that teal. I don't know. I think I want a piece of this, so I'm going to go right about here and see what happens if I rip it. Trim off the threads. You go over there. So if I take this to right about here, okay. So my thought was if I layered this piece and layered this piece over it, we're kind of getting there, right? Got this piece. So now we need something up there. I've got this polka dot piece. I'm kind of thinking maybe this piece. So I'm going to cut this right about here. Is this one big enough? I need to test and make sure that what I'm building so I need to come out just a little bit more. So what I might do is I've got another piece of orange here. Where is it? I have this piece that I could put coming down this edge. And then layer everything on top. And then put this piece. So I'm going to cut off this portion. Come on now. Maybe go a little bit past it. Come up a little bit. I could put this little piece over here. I feel like this is kind of boring. So what do I want to do? Maybe what I'll do is I'll cut this. What do you think? Does that kind of give us a nice... Oh, they don't have anywhere to sit down inside. They serve tea and cupcakes. That's it? Oh, well, that's just boring. Pardon me. Okay. Okay. Pardon me, I just got choked there. I'm going to grab some glue and kind of just put a couple of dots of glue to help hold this in place. And then we'll go to the sewing machine and I will zigzag stitch around Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Oh, and I have some trims we could use too, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Okay. Kind of gives that patchwork vibe. This glue is almost empty. Whew, come on. This glue is almost gone. Let's see if I can get this to stay down. There you go. The first winner can pick if they're going to get the Christmas goodie pack or a Halloween goodie pack from Robin. We're going to pick a winner in just a moment. As soon as I get the glue on these pieces and off my fingers. I think I want this piece to go right here. Okay. And then this piece. Now my nose is all runny. Must be time to take my allergy medicine again. Okay, there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Pardon me. I have some trims. I don't know if I'm going to use any of them, but I may end up just gluing them on after we put the journal cover together. Got a couple pieces. All right. You don't do scary? Cutesy Halloween stickers not scary? All right, let's pick the first winner of the goodie pack, and then I'll open up the raffle again. Anybody and everybody is welcome. Hey, Connie, I see you're here. Hello. Pardon me. Pardon me. I think I need to blow my nose. So pardon me for a moment. Okay. Had to do it off camera. Clean my hands. Okay. First winner. The winner is ba-ba-da-ba, Nima. All right, Nima. I don't know if I've ever mailed anything to you. So if you would use my contact me form on my website and input your mailing address there and your real name in the real world so I can let Robin know your information. Okay. No, just do one. Yeah, I did one, and so I'm going to give them a moment so they can pick, and we're going to open the raffle up. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the sewing machine. So, Sewing Lamb. This was by Giovanna. She hasn't been to a live in a while. I hope she's okay. We miss her. Okay, so I'm going to stitch on this. I think I need to add a little more glue right there. Just to kind of help keep it from moving around too much. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We'll give her a few minutes and see if she doesn't. All right, let's go over here to the sewing machine. Okay, perfect. She will send her my info. She will send me her info. I can't say it right, apparently. All right, so I'm going to stitch. Do I want this under or over? I think this one I want over. So I'm going to stitch down here. I'm just going to do a zigzag stitch, and I'm just going to sew like over these edges, kind of doing an applique stitch, if you will. All right, so okay, Nemo, which do you want? Do you want Halloween or Christmas? So you can answer that, and then I'll pick another person here in a moment to win the other goodie pack. So by just stitching that down, it will stay in place. So I'm just going to move this over and do the next strip. If you don't have a sewing machine and you want to do this type of technique, you can use a product called Heat and Bond. It's used with an iron. So what you can do is go in and lay all these pieces out on the Heat and Bond and then iron it into place, and it will stay. What I would suggest you do is take your scrap pieces and then iron it to one side of the Heat and Bond. Then lay them all over a base piece and iron them down into place. And you don't have to stitch around them then, unless you just want to. If you don't have that ability, you can hand stitch it, or what they call slow stitch. I'm just going around this piece. Okay. And then let's go across this way. Since it's not going to be washed, you don't have to worry about if it's going to fall apart. You could also add more glue and glue it down a little bit better than what I did. Just going around and around we go. Uh-oh, you've caught Julie's spelling-itis. Autocorrect. How is it correct when it's never correct? Go around, go around. All right, let's stitch. Let's stitch this one. Go this way. Guess I'll kind of stitch across this way. Most of this on the edge really isn't going to be seen, but I like to go ahead and kind of stitch things down so they don't move around too much on me. And this can go pretty quick if you're fast. Trim away the threads later. Auto corruption. Exactly. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to do this one. All right, I think I need to do this one in the middle again because I think I missed it. Sometimes that happens. Went completely over the edge. There we go. Now I need to do this one. And I find it kind of fun to just kind of go around all these random pieces. Using up all these scraps that I've had for a while. I did go through and I sorted all my scraps. I need to take pictures. I don't think I've ever posted all of it, but I bought some boxes off of Amazon, and they're like a box that's a drawer, but they're paper, so they don't weigh a whole lot. And I ended up putting all my fabric in there by color. So all the oranges together, all the blues together, purple, pink, whatnot. Okay. I think we need to do this way. Go across, go across. Okay. And let's do this piece. I think we're almost done. How are we doing on time? We're at 37. Okay. I like it. I hope y'all like it too. How about giving y'all some ideas to try? All right, let's stitch here. Go around this edge. Okay. I think I just need to check it to make sure I didn't miss any spots, but I think I've gone all the way around now. Pardon me. Okay, so we're just going to look at it. I went around there. Might stitch this again. All right, let's go back over here and let's wrap our cover. Stitching and singing, singing and stitching. All right, so I'm going to flip this over. And we've got one here and one there. So I'm going to kind of center this. And I'm okay that this is, you know, above and below. This piece here, if I want it to show up a little bit, I'm going to move it. Just got to move it, move it, move it! I think that'll work. All right, so I'm going to get my glue. I'm going to start in the center. I always leave a gap between the front and the back. Oh, I just realized I didn't bring the camera back over here, so you can't see what I'm doing. So I've positioned it on to the fabric piece, and I'm putting glue on the center first. Glue that piece down, and then we'll glue the sides down. Like so. And I think I put this together wrong, but oh well. It's going to be what it is. I don't need that much fabric on these sides, so I'm going to trim that off somewhere. So I'm just going to cut this. Henry's home. I can smell dinner cooking. And we're going to do it this way. There. Oh, missed a spot. I need my fabric scissors. Where'd I put them? There they are. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is fold these all over into the inside. Yes, nice sewing machine. Okay, press that down. Do this corner. Okay. Hi, Hercules. What are you doing? He came to boop me. If you have critters, you probably know the boop. Hercules will walk up to you and just boop his nose onto you. Go get your crochet mode. Go into crochet. You're going to be crocheting to the night away there, Margie. Yes, I got it. Oh, I got your Streamlabs, Amanda. I saw the email. Thank you so much for your donation. And thank you, Margie, for your donations. Thank you all for being here and hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate your support. We gotta hurry. I'm not going to get the charms put on. That may be what we have to do next week. I spent all that time getting them made. All right, now we're just going to fold this to the inside. I'm going to lay my block on this. This teal fabric is really thin. That's part of the reason why I glued or attached the fabric to it, was because I knew it wasn't thick enough to be a cover on its own. There. Kind of getting that pressed into place. Okay. There. Let's do this side. Almost stuck the glue in my beads. I can't do that. I need more acrylic blocks. There. There we go. Let's do this side. There we go. I'll do this side. I'm hurrying. I'm hurrying. Okay. boops are nice when they come up and go boop. I could use my Dollar Tree Crips, but the problem is they will leave an indentation. So that's why I use the blocks, because that keeps it flat. And generally, if I'm quick about it, I don't have to keep the acrylic blocks on there very long. Okay. All done, see? So that's why I didn't use my clips. Okay, good. I didn't mess up. So this is going to be the front of the cover. That kind of works out. It kind of looks like the word journal, doesn't it? Although now I can't find my paper piece. There it is. So I thought this would be kind of cute to put right there. So I want to put down a tie. And I had said earlier that I had this ribbon that I thought it might be a good tie. So I'm going to take a couple of pieces of this. Do I want it to be short and be double the tie, or just one length to tie? I think I'm going to do, I think that'll be a good length. Scissors. Yeah, your puppers will get between you and your phone. Hercules will, see, I have a reason. Hercules will get in my lap and get between me and my iPad if I'm not paying attention to him enough. All right, so I'm going to take this piece and put it here and here. And I think I'll use a little bit of some packing tape. All right, so I'm going to take this piece and make it pretty close to the edge, but tape it down. And then go over here, try to get it the same general location. Now, do I want to stitch around this outside edge? I think I could get away with not stitching on the edge. Trying to get rid of all these pieces. Yeah, they know how to get our attention, don't they? All right, I think I'm going to cut this piece of cardstock to go for the inside. So I'm going to cut it at 8.5 inches tall. And 5.5 inches wide, maybe a little bit shorter. So this would fit here, okay? And then this one, 5.5 inches. Will go on this side. And I'll cut this. This is a perforated, so I'm just going to cut off that perforation. And then cut this at 8.5 inches tall. Okay. I'm going to add some distressings to these. Now, should I stitch on top of those? Yeah, our dogs do not allow us to oversleep. They will wake us up. Especially now that they've gotten older. They sleep on our bed. And it used to be they could both get off the bed on their own. Oreo, now that he's blind, he doesn't try to get off the bed. He'll just, It's so pathetic sounding. So then one of us will get up. Most of the time it's Henry. And we'll let him outside because that's what he wants to do first, is go outside. And then usually he wants a drink of water. Sometimes he'll come back to bed. Sometimes he'll get on the bed by himself. And sometimes he'll just stay in the living room and Henry will come back to bed, or I will come back to bed. Hercules, it's hit or miss. Sometimes Hercules will get off the bed on his own. Sometimes he won't. Doesn't come near me until you're awake. Bless her little heart. Green-eyed monsters. All right, so I think I'm going to take this piece and glue it here in the middle. I don't think I need to stitch it today. I'm just going to glue it down. Because I got to hurry. I got to get the elastic in. I think what we're going to do next week is we're going to go back through this journal next week. And I'm going to add the journal charms to the lace pieces. I may even make some more. I'll have to count to see how many I have. And then we'll go through the journal and see if there's things that need to be added. Maybe I need to add some more embellishments, more decorations on the pages, whatever it could be. How's that sound, everybody? One more week. And then this will be done. And maybe I'll look to see where my Coca-Cola ephemera is. Kind of go out to the edge here. Uh-oh, where's my... Got too many things laying on my desk. Okay. I think I got this. Kind of just scoring that where the fold is on my cover. Try not to punch through the paper. This is cardstock, so it's a little bit thicker than just using plain old scrapbook paper. Okay, and we can glue this side down. One more week it is! Okay, sounds good to me! That'll give me more time to finish adding all the bits and pieces. How's that? All right, let's pick a winner of the other goodie pack. I missed it, so I don't know what the person is winning this time. So if you haven't joined the raffle for the goodie pack from Robin, please do so. She may say here in just a second. You thought your dog had lost the ability to get on and off your bed until you had dinner in bed one night. He had no issues jumping up. Of course not. They're funny, aren't they? Hercules will act all pathetic like he can't jump up in my chair in the living room until I have food. And then he's all in my lap. You know, he's like, what do you got there, Mommy? Are you going to share with me? They're winning the Halloween stickers pack. That's what the second winner is getting ready to win. I like it. What do you think? I can't decide if I want to add any trims. I did make a tassel that I thought could go on the spine. Did I do all right with the colors? And then I thought we could add some charms coming off there. But I don't know that we need this trim. It kind of detracts, doesn't it? I think it's fine without it. So I'm going to fold this over. And I think I want to put that closer to this corner. And then I think I could stamp the word journal. Let's pretend. If I stamp the word journal on a scrap of paper and put that up there, that would look kind of cute, wouldn't it? You love the cover? Well, thank you. Oh, like seeing the cat limping on the back porch, and then when she gets in the house, the limp is gone. Yeah, too much. I agree with you. I think the tassel looks good, but I think the trim wasn't enough. Or it was too much because I got it out, but you never know. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and glue the little bird on here. I do have some buttons that we can glue on here too. They're smarter, aren't they? They're smart critters. All right, so we're going to get rid of this. I've got the tassel that'll go on there. So next week what we'll do is I will punch the holes for the Midori. We'll add the tassel, and then we'll go through and add charms to all the pages, and then I'll also probably add pockets to the inside front cover. And I have still scraps of fabric left over. Put that over there. All right, let's put this away. I like it. I like it a lot. I hope y'all do too. Expect you to carry him in. Critters are fun, aren't they? Thank you, Nima. Thank you so much. All right, let's pick the second winner. They're going to get the Halloween, and that winner is Connie. Congratulations, Connie. I'll get your address to Robin so she can send it over to you. And thank you all for being here today. I think this is going to be a fun journal once we get it all put together. So we'll work on that next week. What is this? This is some interesting looking paper. The ADD is strong. I like it. I think this is going to be a great cover for this journal. Yay! Connie got the goodies. All right, everybody. I'm going to get off here and have dinner with my husband. And next week we'll finish embellishing this journal and putting it together. And that'll also give it time for this cover to dry. I may even, I don't know, I may even come back and stitch around the edge. I haven't decided yet if I want to stitch on it or not. I may do it. I just might do it. Y'all have an amazing week. Do something creative this week. Do something kind for another human being, because you never know what someone else is going through. I hope that you enjoyed my session today. If you would, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you could, after this video is over, come back and make a comment below. Tell me what you liked about today's session. I would greatly appreciate your support. All right, y'all have an amazing week. I want to wish each and one of you an amazing week and lots of love. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all take care. And thank you so very much. We'll talk to you soon, everybody. Bye.